up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Pulse. I'm my partner, Quaddy. I am J-Man. On this edition of Pulse, going to be giving you guys our WWE Night of Champions 2014 preview. First preview in a little bit. Had to remember how I wrote everything down and got everything situated and shit before we got this going. Looks like a pretty unpredictable night. A night of what could be some pretty solid action. Got all singles matches except for the Divas title. And, got a lot of talent in here that could really, probably produce some pretty quality matches here.
This is all before SmackDown also.
Yes, this is before SmackDown this week. So they could be adding some stuff. I know they've been kind of tinkering with the idea of maybe doing Bray Wyatt and Big Show. Let's fucking hope not. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking with Bray Wyatt right now, just wasting him beyond belief. But they could be adding some more stuff. There's 8 matches on this card. They don't have a pre-show on it, so maybe we'll throw Bray Wyatt on the pre-show. That's a great, what a nod to him. But they could be adding some more stuff, but I doubt it. We're going to get kicked off here with the pre-show. Like I said, they don't have the match. They are having Christian return and bring back the Peep Show. They're going to bring in Jericho and have him be the guest on this. Don't really know what they're going to be doing here. They're just throwing Christian straight into just a random segment here with no ties really to anything outside of the ties that he's had with Jericho in the past. But current day, he's just been on the pre-show with Booker and fucking all those people. But just throwing him back in here. Supposedly he is good to go, hopefully health-wise, which is a great sign. We both love Christian, all of us at the Pulse. So hopefully we get him back in the ring because that's a great asset, getting him back into action. So hopefully he's healthy and he's ready to go. So it'd be great to see Captain Charisma back there. But I know Quaddy was reading something and said they might be throwing around some ideas of how they're going to throw Jericho in here. I know throwing him in here throwing Christian in here. Could be interacting with Jericho and Randy and that whole little thing they got going on here. Jericho and Randy have a matchup here on this card. So could be some interesting stuff. It'll be some, obviously when you get Chris Jericho and Christian together like they were in the past, it's a great combination. Made for a great tag team and some great singles matches as well. So could be some interesting stuff. We really have no idea what they're going to be going with this, but probably going to be involving with what Jericho is doing maybe with Randy Orton later in the night.
Like J-Man said, it's beginning of an unpredictable night. Starting off with this, you really don't know where it's going. We really don't have any ideas. We can throw out ideas of putting him in triple threat match, having him in other matches here and there, but if Christian's 100%, we need him back on the show. We kind of need that veteran person there because if you look at this roster, it's a lot of rookies and old up washmans or washed up
old men.
Yeah, something like that.
Old up washmen.
Yeah.
So yeah, great to see the instant classic return there. Brought that one back. First matchup, we had the battle between U.S. and Russia.
Yeah.
Watch out. Hold your pants for that.
Hold your
pants.
Hold your pants.
Hold your pants. Hold your pants, because your pants will be flying off your ass after this match. We have the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, going up against Rusev. Could give 1-2 shits about this match. I am not for the monster bringing in from a different country and then let him represent this terrible country and blah blah blah. Let's put in Kenzo Suzuki. Let's just put in the fucking president's face on the thing and playing the national anthem and the flag. Is it 1987? Like fucking seriously, like we don't give a shit. You have a fucking audience that is geared towards children, and you're putting Vladimir Putin on your screen. Do you think they give a shit? Do you think any adults give a shit? They see right through it. It's fucking stupid. So just fucking stop it with that. It's so cliche and just dumb. Like, fuck. At least that's not what they're doing with Kenta, which is good. He's not coming in just being a fucking Godzilla creature or something. I don't even remember his name. Was it Hideo Itami or something like that?
There you go.
Changed it on NXT, so that was good to see. A great debut for Kenta.
I like how we go from something good.
Rusev to something bad to something really, really good. Correct. Just haven't been all for anything that Rusev has been doing. It's just so bland and cliche and just 1980s, and it's just like, eh. Bringing Mark Henry in to represent USA, and that's okay, I guess. Whatever. Cool. Because Jack Swagger, they just keep having fucking JBL just shit all over Jack Swagger saying he couldn't represent the fucking blah, 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 whatever the fuck. Could be another match they might add. Jack Swagger and
JBL?
Bo Dallas. So let's hope they don't do that as well.
What the fuck is this? Believe.
Oh. That's what he does. So for a winner here...
We have a Robert moment.
Right. Oh, wait. Just keep picking suicide picks
Suicide picks.
after you lose them?
Hey, 2 picks. 2 points, guy.
Suicide pick right here. Rusev. Suicide pick. Suicide pick.
2 points, guy. Hey, make sure you check out Robert's Workshop.
Love you, buddy. Love you.
Truth.
I'm going to pick Rusev just because I guess they're going to keep rolling with him and they don't need to give Mark Henry a win because, you know, they don't need to do that. So they're putting him out here to put over Rusev probably. So we had that great ending segment on Raw that put me to fucking sleep. How a segment between Mark Henry and Rusev ended Raw before your pay-per-view on your go-home show. Are you fucking mental? Like, seriously, just have the fucking Rollins and Reigns match that was on there in the fucking... What the fuck was that? Retarded. So I guess I'll just go with Rusev. I don't know.
Hashtag who cares?
Correct. You want just any more on that?
Hashtag who cares?
Correct. 1, 2 gives no shits on that. Next up, we have a triple threat match for the Divas title. We have champion Paige, my girl, way to go, versus AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. This one could be some pretty good stuff for... I saw that. Could be some pretty good stuff as far as the Divas are concerned here. Obviously, Paige and AJ just get Nikki the fuck out of the way because she just doesn't deserve to be in there with really 2 women's wrestlers that really have done have done some good stuff.
I know Nikki's been doing some good stuff, right?
No, she hasn't.
Hey, make sure you check out Robert's Workshop.
God, just gonna beat that into the ground. So yeah, Paige has been great as the heel she's been playing. AJ's been great as the kind of,
CM Punk's wife.
Exactly. And Nikki Bella's been terrible as doing everything that she's been doing. That absolutely horrendous Jerry Springer segment that they did, that I swear to God, if anyone thought that was good, you were retarded. Because that was absolutely horrendous. That was such a terrible segment.
What happened?
They had Nikki and Brie out there, and they brought Jerry Springer out, and they turned it into a fake Jerry Springer brawl between
That was during the NFL return.
Right. It was absolutely horrendous. So I have no idea what's going to happen in this match. A lot of these, I'm just like, I guess they'll win. Because really, it's a case of they're not doing a lot of people with the challengers, but yet they're positioning them to do something at the same time. So it's kind of confusing because they had AJ with some really interesting stuff that she was doing with Stephanie. So it could maybe they could have her do some stuff and kind of play the anti-hero with the title against the authority type shit. So yeah, I have no idea really who's going to. So I can't pick a winner because it'd just be totally out of my ass, just random. But I think it could be some pretty solid stuff if you get Nikki out of the way as far as the Divas fucking match goes. But the interaction with Paige and AJ, I hope that continues through this because that has been some pretty good stuff. But really, everything with Nikki and Stephanie and Brie has just fallen off the face of the earth from what it was with Brie and Stephanie because Stephanie was the only reason that any of that shit worked. It wasn't Brie. No one gives a shit about Brie by herself. Just because she's married to Daniel Bryan is the only reason anyone gives 2 shits about Brie fucking Bella. No one gives a shit about any of the Bellas. Just period. So yeah, get them the fuck out of the way. Stop having them come out there and cut promos because they're horrendous. So I don't know. Anything between Paige and AJ, I probably see coming out of on top, but I can't pick a fucking winner for it.
It seems like right now AJ Lee and Paige is going to be the new Lita and Trish. They're going to have the hatred for each other, but they're going to also be able to perform and have the respect and all that. What scares me is Nikki's the only one in here. It wouldn't surprise me if they added Brie or added something else to the stipulation where it seemed like Nikki would win since she's the authority person in this. Who's going to win? I think Paige will end up retaining. I think we're going to continue on with the nice little run with her. Wouldn't be upset if AJ wins. Probably would cry if Nikki won.
Right. And just to clarify things so I don't get slapped after we're doing this video, my girl is currently sitting behind the camera right now doing homework because she's trying to further herself, and I'm sitting here doing a wrestling video.
You're such a dumbass.
Love you. Hopefully she'll be able to be the breadwinner in our family because I'm sitting here doing this. Hey, maybe you guys could just keep watching and suggest to people hey, you guys should check this show out. That'd be cool. Do that for us. Yeah? You guys like Pro Wrestling Pulse? See? Yeah. Next matchup, we have the IC title on line when champion Dolph Ziggler goes up against The Miz. Haven't really given 2 shits about The Miz at all lately. This shit they're doing with fucking Damian Sandow, total waste of time, total waste of his abilities, it's just disrespectful. I mean, it's like, people are like, oh, it's so cute, blah, 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 he's coming on. No, it's fucking retarded. The guy's talented as hell. and they're treating him like a fucking dipshit. And now they're having him be a fucking stunt double for The Miz. What? Like, oh, fucking, goddamn, it's terrible. Dolph has been pretty, put on some pretty solid stuff. Still the same thing. I really think he needs something with his character to just rejuvenate himself, so I just don't see a modern-day Billy Gunn. Because, I mean, that's all I see, and I know that's a lot of what he gets flack about, because his just character is so bleh. But been putting on solid stuff, as, we could all assume with the Dolph Ziggler. But this could be a pretty solid match, like we saw, I think they did this at SummerSlam? That's where Dolph won the title.
Yes.
So, I mean, it could be a solid matchup. A lot of the other mid-card match, the U.S. title, could be a really solid matchup, too. So, I see it being pretty good if they don't have fucking Sandow getting away and do all that stupid shit that they're doing. Just be a one-on-one match. Have a solid, IC title matchup here in the middle of the card, which could produce. I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler retaining title because I swear to God they better not put the fucking title on The Miz because he's falling off the face of the earth right now for me. But going with Dolph and hopefully get a solid matchup here.
It seems like Dolph is kind of getting stale with his character. He kind of just needs to, I don't know. I wouldn't say like leave, but just like take a break and just come back with like a new idea and a new.
Maybe like turn him, put him with like a chick or a dude, like as a manager. Like I don't know.
I hope he's done with the dude.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be weird.
Well, I mean, he's been with R-Truth, as we've seen. It's Ziggler.
I forgot.
So
it seems like Standout's like I don't know, the bitch.
Yep.
To The Miz.
To the WWE.
He's had it before. He's had the Alex Riley. He's had the Daniel Bryan as his little bitch and all that. Not really Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan more feud with The Miz, but it seems like The Miz has just becoming more and more of a little pussy, and it's just not that exciting anymore. I really wasn't behind The Miz whenever it was in the title hunt, world title hunt, and all that. And now it's just like, okay, you make movies. Now you're what? Oh, you're doing this.
Yeah.
Blah. They both need new character changes, in my opinion. I see Ziggler winning this. I see them bringing up somebody to feud with Ziggler soon, either in Sami Zayn or somebody like that. They just need to rejuvenate these mid-card titles, and you'll see in the U.S. I'll just shake some stuff up because it's like, okay, we already saw this match at SummerSlam. I understand the rematch clause, blah, blah. But you just need to shake shit up before it gets really stale.
And I think that's a good point because I think it's a lot of the stuff on here. You look at the U.S. title guys. You look at, some of these other kind of guys that are in here. A lot of the stuff is stale characters, stale gimmicks, stale storylines. And I think we're going to start to see, I know we keep mentioning the NXT guys, those guys are going to start to get, start infiltrating the main roster and start, interjecting themselves in these things. I know the greatness that a lot of people, if they haven't seen NXT, they saw that tag match that was on Raw before that takeover special or whatever, and people were just amazed by what they're seeing because a lot of people haven't seen NXT. So I think they want to see a lot of those guys. We want to see a lot of those guys. We harp on it all the time about the talent that's down in NXT right now. So hopefully we can start to get those guys interjected and have some really fresh faces and some fresh setups for feuds and angles and stuff like that, and some great matchups too.
And the talent that's coming into NXT with the Kenta and the
Steen
and the Prince
Devitt
and just whoever else, because they're constantly, it seems like WWE's constantly out and about watching these guys just trying to better themselves, and we're cool with that, but it gets to the point where, okay, you can better yourself all you want down in NXT, but you got to start shuffling stuff up and start getting rid of this dead weight.
Yep. Next up, we have the WWE Tag Titles line when champions Uso go up against Gold and Stardust. We were talking before the show. I'm like, God, that's a retarded way to say that tag team. As my dad just croaks over and dies upstairs. It's just a retarded way to say that tag team name. There's something different. I don't have anything off the top of my head, so I can't really give a shit about it. But that's retarded. So now Goldust's name's just Gold. Like, just we're gonna say them together. Now I guess their last name is separated from their original name, so it was Gold Dust.
So is Mark Henry's name Black?
So the Usos have had a great run as tag champions. Been putting on really solid work, working with all the the Wyatt family and the stuff they've been doing with them, and the great one-on-one matches, or tag matches they've been putting on. Remember the one that they had the pre-show Money in the Bank, and had another one after that, I think a Payback or something like that. Really great tag matches they've been having, and interacting with the Roman, or not the Reigns, the Rollins and Ambrose feud that they've been interjecting in. I couldn't think of what the fuck I was saying. So yeah, Usos have been a great tag team, really rejuvenating what we've always known is like such a great division. And I mean, tag team wrestling can't go being forgotten because it's such an important part of wrestling, and I think it needs to be more pressed upon and thought about and really put in as a showcase part of your pay-per-view, because these guys can put on great work, and there's guys that are coming in. If you bring in the Ascension in and all those kind of guys, bringing in some other more guys of NXT and all this kind of shit, and you have the Usos. You for some reason break up the primetime players, which you could have kept in there and put on great matches too, and as great characters, just absolutely retarded.
One of them's hurt.
It might have been Darren Young might be hurt.
Darren Young towards ACL.
But they still broke him up before they were hurt, which is because they tried to feud him, which is fucking retarded. And now Titus O'Neil's tagging with Heath Slater. Brilliant.
I don't know what that tag team name's going to be.
Oh, just couldn't even imagine. Oh, I think they had one. It was like Gator or something.
Gator
Slater. No,
Gay?
Something Gator, because Gator went to... No, he's not the gay one. Darren Young's the gay one.
Soap dropper?
Too soon? So, yes, we have the Usos and Gold Stardust here. I'm going to go with Goldust and Stardust here. I don't know why. I really don't. Just, the Usos aren't stale as tag champions. They've been putting on great matches. They just need more competition. I think you could bring the Ascension up, and there you go. That is something that could possibly be happening, seeing how the Ascension just lost the NXT tag titles on that NXT Live special. So I could see that happening. So that's a reason to maybe think the Usos could retain, because obviously the Ascension is heel. But... supposedly Vince is really high on Golden Stardust because it's one of his creations, so he's going to push it to the fucking moon, even though Cody's doing a great job as a character. He looks creepy as fuck. He's selling it great. His promos he cut are just random as fuck, and they're hilarious. And it's just so funny to know that that's Cody Rhodes. But he deserves so much better. He doesn't need to fucking do this shit. We saw what he did at the end, I think it was around 2012 or whatever, the reactions he was getting, how over he was with people, and it looked like he was going to like a world title feud or something like that. And he doesn't need any of this stupid shit. To really it's just degrading what, a quality young talent that a Cody Rhodes is, to have to do this shit. But I mean, he's pulling it off, and he's doing the best that he can do with it, unfortunately. Which is sad, because if he would do bad, maybe they would stop fucking doing it. But he's doing so damn good with it. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with Golden Stardust talking about finding the cosmic key or whatever the fuck they were talking about. I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on this, because I could see them bringing the Ascension up and maybe feuding the Usos. I think that would be some really good stuff. But I guess I'll go with the Rhodes Brothers.
Like J-Man said, this tag division is kind of last year about the time we had all these tag teams everywhere and just like overload of them. Now it's just like with the Usos. We have Golden and Stardust. We have Wyatt's. Am I missing any? Sin Cara, whoever's done NXT.
Oh yeah, I think they're called the fucking Lucha Dragons.
Yeah,
they're called now. They got the Ascension that should be coming up soon, since they just lost the tag.
And then you have Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, and exactly. So you literally have 3 tag teams right now. You gotta do something new. You gotta move some shit around. Like I said. I see the Usos winning this. It would not shock me if we see the Ascension debut tomorrow night. Like have it end up in DQ or something. That's what we wish. But I see the Usos continue on. They haven't had the titles that long. We just looked it up. We got New Age Outlaw, but it's just gotta do something. Gotta change some shit around.
I hear you. Next up, we have a singles matchup between Seth Rollins making what word should I look? Making the I can't think of the fucking word, like the roundabout, I guess, with all of his former Shield buddies. Now we're having a one-on-one matchup between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
Since we didn't see this on Raw.
So yeah, exactly. We didn't just see this on Raw and just see Roman Reigns pin Seth Rollins clean right in the middle of the ring. So let's have a pay-per-view match, because we need to settle some scores here. Seems as though, we need to fucking cock our fists some more and throw it down like Thor, like a fucking giant fucking jack-off. So I guess we need to see this at the pay-per-views for some fucking reason. Rollins really hasn't been doing much. I know they had him put Ambrose through the fucking cinder blocks or whatever, take him out. He's going to shoot a movie. Another word is that Dean Ambrose has been more over than both the guys that they're trying to push more in Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, which is true. Because it seems like people are dwindling on the crowd reactions and, kind of getting behind Roman Reigns a little bit. What a shocker there. We didn't say that at all. People are getting tired of the same old shit, it seems like. That's weird. And Seth Rollins really just kind of been just dragging ass, not really doing too much, just kind of just floating around, trying to finally end up cashing Money in the Bank, which could still be for quite a while. In my opinion, I still just envision it being probably after WrestleMania next year. We could finally be seeing that briefcase being cashed in. But this could be some pretty solid stuff here. Again, just one-on-one. Like we were talking about, just why they're doing this after they just had a one-on-one match on Raw with Reigns pinning him clean right in the middle of the ring. It's fucking retarded. I don't see Rollins come out of here on top. There's just no way. If they end this in a DQ or have an Ambrose return, which I think he's supposed to be scheduled to return at the Raw, but I could see him making an appearance here, and maybe screwing Rollins over to have Reigns win. I just there's no way Seth Rollins beats Roman Reigns clean, which is fucking sad and unfortunate to see, but I just don't see it. But I don't see Roman Reigns just winning clean because why would if we were paying $60 for regular pay-per-view, why am I paying to see the exact same match I'm going to see when I've already seen a clean finish? I mean, it makes no fucking sense. So I don't see the same thing happening there, but yet again, I don't see Rollins winning clean. So could see an Ambrose, run in here. We could see some more setup with Rollins and Ambrose, hopefully leading to like a Hell in a Cell or something like that, which would be some great stuff next month in October. So I don't know. Could end to DQ, but I just don't see, for some reason, I don't see a clean win one way or another. But it'll probably end up happening. But it would probably lean to the side of Roman Reigns.
Like Jeremy said, why are we seeing this again? It wouldn't surprise me to add a step to it. They just need to do something. Or
don't even say the step that you're thinking about them adding either. Please don't put that fucking briefcase on the line. Oh my god, that would be bad. They're sweating bullets the whole entire time.
I don't know. It seems like they're just running ideas with Rollins. I had a feeling they were going to try to have him cash in on Daniel Bryan if he was 100% after SummerSlam, but since he's not, it was like, you can face Roman Reigns again. And since Ambrose, like Jamin said, Ambrose was like getting all the pop and everything, it's just like, okay, you can go film a movie, guy. Have fun.
Yeah.
Come back my
Can't let you get over anymore. We don't need to have, some really quality guys, young guys getting over with the crowd. Fucking don't do that, please.
Yeah, can't do that anymore. I don't really care who wins. I just hope for a decent match. Because it's nothing. I'm gaining nothing from this.
Right.
We already saw what happened.
Exactly. Next up, we have the U.S. title line with champion Sheamus going up against Cesaro. Actually, really looking forward to this one. These guys have put on some really great work. When we've seen them have really good chemistry. I mean, both really big guys, both strong, both athletic for their sizes, especially Cesaro, just the most freakishly fucking athletic guy possibly in the entire business. Just can do some amazing shit. And yeah, these guys are going to put on a great matchup, and I hope they give them the time and they give them what they really deserve here, which is some quality time to put on a really great effort, which I think that they can produce here. For a winner, I don't really know. They have not been doing really jack shit with either guy. Sheamus has kind of been MIA lately. I don't really know where the fuck he's been. Just kind of plodding around here and there and random six-man tags and stuff like that, not really doing shit. They just kind of randomly set up this Cesaro-Sheamus match. I want to say Cesaro beat RVD, maybe, in like a qualifier type deal or whatever to get this title shot. Cesaro, oh god, they just are getting so many things wrong with him right now. I cannot tell you how bad his fucking entrance theme is. It is so fucking bad. They've changed it like 3 times. They didn't want to do the air raid siren. Now they're just doing a fucking alarm clock fucking sound. It's horrendous. Having him come out now with a giant ass robe and a towel over his head. I'm like, none of this works. They have just fucked everything up. As soon as WrestleMania ended, they just have fucked everything up with Cesaro. They tried to put him with Heyman and do that thing, and it just didn't work because it was like some weird tweener thing, and we wanted to be on his side, on Cesaro's side, but yet Heyman was playing, the heel managerial role, unlike what he was doing with like Punk, playing the face manager. I was like, God, I was like, this does not fucking work here, which we thought was going to be really awesome, but it just didn't pan out. So he really hasn't been doing shit, falling off the face of the planet, not just getting this title shot. So it's kind of random. Would we love to see, Cesaro get the win here? Hell yeah, we'd love to see Cesaro get, and have some really quality, mid-card title matches. But another one, it's too tough to pick. It's a guy that hasn't been doing shit, really, with both of them, but really hasn't been doing shit with Cesaro, but yet they're putting him in here against the guy as the champion who really hasn't been doing shit. So it's like, I don't know. What does it matter if they throw it to Cesaro and then have Sheamus, go do something else? Because, he's had the title for, a little bit. I think he beat Ambrose back in May?
Yeah.
Got it somewhere around there, like April or May or something like that. So he's had it for a little bit, but it really hasn't done anything with it. So why not have somebody that's, a better athlete and a better in-ring competitor like Cesaro and go in there and let him, as a young guy too, and let him do some shit with it. So I can't really pick a win here. If I had to lean one way, I'd probably lean, Sheamus's way and just have a retain here because Cesaro's been literally doing jack shit and his character and everything he's doing is just terrible. But I look for a really solid effort here and a really, good matchup and one that could possibly steal the show.
It seemed like they were behind Cesaro so much that they overpushed him and he just came tumbling down. And like J-Man said, both of them really haven't been doing a whole lot. Like, Sheamus has been a lot of six-man, and Cesaro's been here, there, and everywhere. I see Cesaro winning this for the point of, like J-Man said, Sheamus moving on to something new, going after the world title, or WWE world title, whatever the fucking thing's called. It seems like they just need to kind of like I keep saying, just change shit up. Like, it's getting to the point where, okay, U.S. title was Ambrose for a while, now it's Sheamus, now we're just going to see this for a while, blah, 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 blah. You got to move these young guys in, and Sheamus can go with the Cena or Lesnar or whoever has the title, and can move. Instead of putting, like, somebody big, like a Big Show or somebody stupid in that match. You need to put these young guys with these mid-card titles, let them go for a while and see how they connect.
Right. Next up, we have the sub-main here. We have Chris Jericho going up against Randy Orton. Literally absolutely no reason to be having this match at all. I mean, they just fucking randomly put this shit together. They had Randy Orton just attack Chris Jericho while after he just had his cage match with Bray Wyatt, and just said, it is a season premiere. Okay, I guess that's worth having a match for, because that's just, God,
we're not upset with it, but it's
no, I mean, God, no, absolutely not. It's gonna, has the potential to be a really great matchup. With that being said, I think it could be a really great matchup, depending on what goes down here. Christian's interaction, with Jericho and the Peep Show could be interesting to see what goes on here. If they're gonna maybe throw, Christian into maybe a program with Randy again, which we've seen what they did back in 2011 with the great world title feud that they had, great matches at Money in the Bank and SummerSlam, and the great stuff that we saw there.
That Money in the Bank match really got overlooked.
It did because of with Punk, but their matchup at SummerSlam was even better. That Street Fight or No DQ match, whatever the hell they had, was really, really good. That RKO spot on the steps, really good matchup there. So I don't know. Maybe they could throw Christian in here with Randy. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want to see that. I would, just because
it's Christian.
It's Christian and Randy. I'm all for that. Go right on ahead. But again, just. Jericho's probably going to be, packing his bags and heading out. I know he's got the tour to end up doing with Fozzy starting up here. I know he was saying that his last appearance would probably be the Raw after Night of Champions. So we're probably going to be unfortunately, seeing Jericho head out of here. Had a nice little run with Jericho. Really didn't do too much. Tried to do the, stuff with Bray Wyatt. The chemistry and connection didn't really, hit off like we were all hoping it would. But still coming in there and having some solid efforts with the Bray Wyatt and putting over as Chris Jericho. As really, there's probably nobody else that really has an eye for the future like a Chris Jericho does, and has wants to put over those guys because he realizes that hey, people like that didn't do that for me. There wasn't somebody out there that said, hey, this guy has a shit ton of talent and he's great on the mic, he has a great character, a great look, all this kind of stuff. Why don't we give that guy the ball? And they did obviously give him the Undisputed title, all this kind of stuff, but that took a while. And he sees the talent before a lot of other people sees it. And there's only a few really great veterans that have that view. And for us as like a fan, because Jericho was a fan as well, he loved what Bray Wyatt was doing before he came back in. He was like, that guy's something, and we all know what Bray Wyatt is. So great to see him come in there and really give him a nice rub with that feud that they had there. Again, as for a winner, just neither really need to win this match. Randy has just been staler than fucking stale, unfortunately, is to say that. I don't. He just needs a fucking character makeover, fucking gimmick. I can't, like... It's unfortunate, because it's just, I don't know what the fuck they could do to salvage Randy Orton right now, because it's almost like he's playing a heel that doesn't even... He's almost a heel against himself. Like, he doesn't even want to be like him. He's just like, whatever, just doing whatever the fuck he wants kind of shit, but he's not putting any effort, it seems, at all. He's just going in there and doing his shit, which is unfortunate, because Randy Orton's one of the best talents in the entire world and has been for quite some time. So it's really unfortunate just how they're just... It's just like, oh, there's Randy Orton. It's not like, holy shit, it's Randy Orton. Let's see what's going on here. Like, you don't have that view of him anymore. And it's so unfortunate, because if a heel, which he is right now, what we were hoping for, what he was in the past. He's one of the most vicious and, diabolical, and has that mindset of a heel, like, to a fucking T, and it's just not pulled off like what we were hoping for back in, like, 08 and 09, when it was just fucking awesome. One of the best characters, like, in wrestling history at that time. But yeah, as for a winner, I really don't know. Could see Christian involved here. As for what I could see, could have Jericho get kind of a sneaky roll-up win on Randy. Randy gets pissed off, and you have Randy like punt him or take him out. I know they had Randy actually punt Jericho to take him out for the short periods that Jericho comes back for. You're gonna have something probably happen to Jericho to have him, taken off TV and doing whatever they do. I could see Randy being a guy that does that, and I could see Jericho seeing like, hey, Randy's not doing shit right now. He needs something kind of cool to go down and taking out Chris Jericho in a diabolical way. I could see him doing that. Or I could just see Randy getting a clean win here, doing something, with Randy and having him get a big win over Chris Jericho. Either way, hope it's a great matchup. Two of my all-time favorites, and it'll be one that I'll be definitely paying attention to.
Like Jim said, to a T, this feud really has nothing behind it. It's just like a dartboard throwing shit together. You see Jericho run about to end. This match is just going to be more interesting to see what happens actually in the ring than what we can think of what's going to actually happen.
Right.
Who's going to win? Like J-Man said, I kind of agree with him on the Jericho thing. Jericho getting a sneaky win, or Jericho holding the tight or something, and then Randy just snapping and getting the Viper out in him and all that crap, and punting him or doing something with the RKO in the chair on the announce table or something where it will take him out for a while, because I don't want to see Jericho walking off in the sunset if he's going to come back here. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he's going to let him be taken out so they could put a little more something behind somebody, or start somebody new in like Christian and have Christian take him out or something like that.
Right.
Just where we can build something up or put something behind somebody.
Right. Next up, we have the main event for
I have a joke for this one.
Okay. Next up, we have the main event for the WWE World Title. We have champion Brock Lesnar going up against John Cena. What do you want to hear your joke now? Are you gonna save it? Gonna save it? Okay.
Gonna keep it
we have the rematch here from SummerSlam after Lesnar just absolutely ass pounded and destroyed John Cena like we've never seen John Cena ass pounded and destroyed before. In that just German suplex spree and 2 F5s and Dunskies. We've seen, I think, Brock Lesnar twice since then. The night after SummerSlam and in the Go Home show going into Night of Champions. I could go on and on. We've talked about on the Topic show about just Brock Lesnar's title run and what it's going to be, and what in our eyes you should be as a world champion, being there every night, being there competing, house shows, Raws, whatever the fuck you got to do. I see how they're producing him, how they're booking him. They're making him the spectacle. They're making him just an absolute monster, and that's what they come out there and they say, and that's what they're producing. That's what we see. So I mean, can't really fault them for saying what he is and then producing exactly what they're saying, because that's what they're doing. Cena, they pretty much have been building this just with Cena and Heyman. They've been having Heyman and Cena come out and cut promos. Heyman's been trying to bring out the dark side and the fucking whatever the hell you want to say side of John Cena, away from the kids and the lollipops and the rainbows and bullshit. We've been trying to say how, isn't it get under your skin whenever you hear, the let's go Cena sucks, or doesn't get under your skin when you hear the, you can't wrestle when you put on great matches and all this blah, blah, blah bullshit. And he's tried to pull out his best actor, John Cena, that we could possibly see, and, try and act all mad. And then he's like, no, Paul, I don't do that. I'm like, thanks, John. Sticking to who you are on that one, guy. But just another case of almost Rollins and Reigns, where we had a clean win on Raw. We've never seen John Cena get manhandled and get just absolutely destroyed more than what Brock Lesnar did at SummerSlam a month ago. And they're going back and doing a rematch right the next month with no gimmick on it, nothing fucking attached to it, just fired up John Cena just goes in and destroys Bray Wyatt, a night after SummerSlam, and he's got his muster back and he's ready for fucking Brock Lesnar Night of Champions. Well, we're not ready for it because we've already seen you get your ass kicked and you've had all the preparation and time and blah, 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 whatever bullshit you want to say. How are we supposed to believe that we want to fucking see this? No one should want to fucking see this. We've already seen what happens when John Cena and Brock Lesnar get in the ring. They didn't leave the ring. There was no shenanigans. There was no bullshit. Brock Lesnar fucking destroyed John Cena, and Brock Lesnar beat John Cena in the middle of the ring for the WWE World Championship. Why do I want to see this again? I already know what's going to happen. But yet something different is going to happen because it's different and it's a different night and John's ready to go and reared up and he's wearing his black jean shorts now because that's different. Whatever.
So he could pee him?
I guess, so he could piss his pants and he could, you're gonna be left in a pool of your own piss and, why am I looking at the camera? You're gonna be looking at, your own piss and blood and urine and you won't know what to do.
Isn't piss and urine
with
the
yourself.
Same thing?
You're gonna left in vomit and piss. You won't know how to do. That's your champion, guys. Thumbs up. Winner, I don't know. I guess Brock Lesnar's going to win because that's what we should go with. That's what we should go with, seeing what we've already seen from last month at SummerSlam. Why would I pick anything different? I mean, that's what should happen, shouldn't it? So John Cena's going to win, I guess, right? That's what's going to happen then, right? The natural connection here is that John Cena is going to turn around and overcome the Beast, get his ass kicked for 15 minutes, and then 5 moves of doom, and holy shit, look at that. John Cena's a, whatever, what would it be now, 16-time?
Yeah.
Would he be a 16-time champion? Wow, Ty and H. Beating the Beast, Ty and H. Oh, God. I could give two shits about this, so I don't really give a fuck who wins, but yeah.
Want to hear my joke?
Let's hear the joke, Waddy.
Okay, wonder if this match is going to be closer to the Ray Rice beating or the Adrian Peterson beating.
Too soon.
Too soon?
Too fucking...
That was actually a good one.
The hide your husbands thing on that video for the Michael Sam picture, I swear to God, was so goddamn funny. I was like, oh, fuck, that's genius. Hide your husbands.
I wonder if Lesnar's going to get a switch.
He might get switched, man.
Yeah. As you went on your little spiel, yeah. I actually thought of something that may scare me.
Oh, God. More than what we've already been seeing? More than what's already on paper here?
Heyman, screwing Lesnar and joining Cena and Cena turning heel.
No way.
You don't think?
No.
I see him going to the dark side soon. We've been saying that for how many years?
It's been a while.
This match does not excite me. This is not why I'm watching this pay-per-view.
It's really the most useless rematch, I think, maybe in wrestling history. Maybe in wrestling history.
For that one.
I mean, maybe there's another one on this card. But I mean, I just, why? You've given me no reason to believe in John Cena.
It was German Suplex.
Why?
It was German Suplex 101 at SummerSlam. Like, I learned how to do a German Suplex now. I'm so proud of myself. But it's just, what am I gonna... Like, they were promoting this on, like, commercials, like, oh, you have to see the Beast versus John Cena. The one that's 21. Why? Why would... If we actually had it paid for this would not be the reason why we would buy this. There's other matches on this card. It's just... I hate to fucking keep hitting a dead horse or...
Beating a dead horse?
Whatever. But you got to rotate shit up.
Yeah.
I am sorry, but Lesnar as a champion? What year are we in? I understand injuries came up. I understand people left. But why would you put it on a guy who's been on 2 Raws since he won it?
I mean, honestly, it's just a case of just doing the rematch that they have to do. It's just storyline 101.
Step by step.
And like there's no reason for it. But who else were they going to do? They can't send in a young guy to get his ass destroyed because that's pretty much what's going to happen. They just have to do it again because that's the star quality. That's what you're.
Okay, I understand the whole rematch thing. Why don't they fucking put a street fight, no DQ? Because
then it would be. Why is there a reason to do it? You know what I mean? Yeah. You've already had the heel destroy the shit. Like putting weapons with Brock Lesnar is now a good idea. Let's give him a chair so maybe he'll murder him by now because he didn't do it with his bare fucking hands. So let's give him a fucking crowbar to just stick it up his ass while he gives him more suplexes and throws him on tacks and shit. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, retarded. It's just, they have to do it. It's just 101 booking, but they have to do it.
I just hope this is the end because we have Hell in a Cell next. And
right.
I don't know if I can muster the excitement to watch that one.
Whew. Winner.
Not me.
Not us. No. Nope.
Tonight we will be winners.
We will. I was thinking about putting in more effort and doing our old school IWR outro with the Day to Remember song.
But that sounds like...
But that puts in work, and I don't feel like doing that.
That's what...
We have some... I don't feel like doing that. Vistaprint, Walmart, boom. That's what you see behind us right now.
And about 2 hours watching
And at about an hour, it's going to be some Little Caesars pizza in front of us. That's what I feel like putting effort into.
No, it's just... I don't know. if you take out a couple of these matches, this pay-per-view looks great on paper. But when you add the Henry and Rusev and Lesnar and Cena, and then if you add Show and Wyatt, it's just like, okay, I understand the Rollins Reigns thing. You have to put on pay-per-view. It's gonna be a great match. I feel like something big's gonna come out of that. Like either somebody's gonna return or somebody's gonna. I don't know. But just like what the okay, it seems like WWE is just like, okay, viewership's good. We're just gonna continue on. We're not gonna do anything different. Just continue on the same path.
Yeah, and
that's not going to win us over.
Just to classify this main event in one thing, this is your main event for a throwaway pay-per-view. That's just what it is. I mean, it's the throwaway pay-per-view. There's no effort into it. There's no extra, oomph to it, and fucking. It's just that this throwaway pay-per-view. So this is our main event for it. We'll get us to Hell in a Cell, and then we'll get us to Survivor Series, which we'll put a lot of effort into because we'll be attending that live. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what you get at the main event here with Brock Lesnar and John Cena.
It's after one of their big pay-per-views at SummerSlam, so it's just like, fuck it. We had a good one at SummerSlam. It's only $9.99 a month. We're already losing money. Why not fucking screw them over more?
Okay. All right, let's now wrap up our WWE Night Champions 2014 preview. Be sure to check out our review after the pay-per-view Sunday. Might be getting some special surprises on that one. For my partner, Quaddy, I am Jamin. God fucking damn it. Thank you guys for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse, the Pulse, Professional Wrestling.